Good morning,
Kenora.
It must be the new year because there's new music, new intro.
That's so true.
Fresh.
It is fresh. It's hip. It's now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we changed it up while you were gone, as you can see. So we were gone about a month, but welcome back.
Welcome
First
back
show
to
after the break for you. How are things? Had a decent break? Everything was nice?
Everything was A-okay. My boy got spoiled. I think Santa came by around 4 times. And
yes.
yeah, and it was nice. Lots of family, lots of love. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, that's what, that's what Christmas is about. Christmas is about the kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I am ready to take the tree down and all that. I don't know why. I just kind of lose it. Okay, done. I just...
Yeah, you know what? I'm the same way. After Christmas is done, you kind of get to the couple of days after Boxing Day, and they're like, done, get it out. Get it out.
For another year.
I'm also the guy that says, you know what, it should snow on the 22nd and melt on, say, the 27th.
Speaking of weather, are we doing that right now? Or?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We didn't talk about it. So that was my segue.
Oh, yeah. How about that dump of snow we got, eh?
You know what? It was, as Dean Caron is here, he actually said it finally feels like winter.
Yeah.
It kind of does on the weekend. And every year, I take all the snow from my driveway and build it into a pile in my yard as a sliding hill for my kids.
Fun.
Yeah. So it is my winter workout. That's all. I don't need a Bowflex. I need a shovel and more snow.
Yeah.
So today is it's not a bad day out today. It's minus 18. So a little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday was minus 22, but today, not so bad. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, you're looking at a low of minus 25. So it's gonna chill up, and then Thursday minus 27, and hitting Friday minus 23.
Wasn't that weird though? Last Thursday was it? We just had like totally mild, everything melted.
Yeah.
And then boom, snow.
You know what? It was. Yeah, it was pretty nuts, and I gotta really commend the city.
Yeah.
Because they were on that.
Good
because
job,
when it melted,
guys.
and then it was the Sanders Road, everyone was like, it was very, I like it, safe. I liked it very much so.
Yeah.
The hill where I live was actually sanded. Everything was good. So, thank you, council, and. For doing it. So we do have a packed show today, so we are going to speed right along. We've got 3 fantastic guests. Ron Lunny from Council is here. He's going to give us a bit of an update of what is going on. Maria Bagdonous is here, and she's wearing her Safe Communities. Talk about that. And they have a program, Share the Road. Yes. We're going to talk a little about that. And then, of course, Mr. Hockey, Dean Caron, is here. So he's going to talk about the 3 and 3. And it's exciting because, you know what? Hockey's back and Dean's back.
Yeah.
So it's good stuff. So we're going to skip right to it, folks. We're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to bring on Ron Lunny.
Kenora would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
Watch the Kenora Senior Thistles versus the Bono Lumberjacks Saturday, January 19th at 1 p.m. at the Kenora Rec Center. Tickets at the door.
For those who ride, you know snowmobiling is great fun. What you probably don't know is that drowning is one of the leading causes of snowmobiling fatalities. When it comes to riding frozen lakes and rivers, always check with locals for ice conditions and know before you go. Traveling on ice can be dangerous. Beware of pressure cracks, thin ice, and open water, and always ride with a buddy. When it comes to ice, if you don't know, don't go. Safe riders, you make snowmobiling safe.
Watch the Kenora Senior Thistles versus the Bono Lumberjacks Friday, January 18th at 7 p.m. at the Kenora Rec Center. Tickets at the door.
Hi, everyone. Mr. Q there, that's okay, second show. Councilman Ron Lunny, how are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you, Chris, and how are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah. So, was it busy over the holidays and everything? Council is just getting back? Or
Yeah, council just getting back. We were on autopilot for a while. We let management run everything, and we're back at it now. We've a lot of work to be done, and we're going to have a real good year coming up. So we're going to be busy.
Excellent. So what are the new year? What are the first things that council needs to address and tackle?
Well, first of all, Chris, last time I was here, we talked about there wasn't enough lighting on Main Street.
Right.
And I looked into it for you, and I found out that when they did Phase 2 down Main Street, they had all the conduit in for the electrical, but they didn't put the electrical wires in.
Oh,
So I just had a meeting this morning, and that's going to be brought up for the budget for this year, and hopefully we'll have bright lights on Main Street for you for next Christmas.
Excellent.
There you go.
Thanks very much, actually. Thanks very much for looking into that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and there's lots of other stuff going on, Chris, as you well know. We're looking at Phase 3 for downtown, which is from the old fire hall down to Main Street, and also Matheson Street. We're looking at doing that as well. So we've asked for funding for it, 1/3 funding from provincial and the feds. So we're looking forward to that to go through in the next year or two. There are all kinds of stuff happening with economic development, of course, the BLT, the new boating logo that we're working on, and we are now the international boating capital of the world.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's going out, and that's passed through council last night,
Fantastic.
and it'll be finished up on Monday next.
You guys are like a well-oiled machine.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have excellent staff. It's councillors stand up in the spotlight and say, yes, we did it right, but it wasn't us that did it. We're figureheads more than anything.
Go team.
Well, actually, it's the people that really do power the machine. So, and it is going to be a busy year with all the infrastructure, as you said, in the Phase 3. Well, speaking of Phase 3, when do you figure you're going to hopefully start doing that?
It probably won't happen until 2014.
Okay.
But we have to get everything in line. The engineering has to be done, and again we have to line up funding for it. And it's a huge thing. All the infrastructure, and that's under the roads, which is 100-year-old infrastructure. That's all going to be redone there in Matheson Street. Plus all the facades of buildings. It's going to smarten it up just as Main Street has been done. And I think it's going to be phenomenal. Really, I do.
Absolutely. Well, Main Street, I remember when they kind of did the concept to actually then started doing it. I mean, it turned out very, very well.
It absolutely did. Absolutely. The walkway down to the harbour front itself, Main Street, the facades of the buildings, everything is good, and there's been a lot of good comments right across Canada from what we have done.
Well, it's really turned it has turned the profile of Kenora, and people saying how beautiful it is, and coming up. I know a lot of people that we're here and they've gone and they're talking about having weddings here and things, just because it is a beautiful spot. So it helps to have the town like Main Street really do look beautiful.
It really does, yeah. And of course we are encouraging that, being the boating capital. Also, everybody's not really sold on having this as a boating destination for the world, and quite frankly, I'm not sold on it because we are that already.
Right.
To my mind. So I would have suggested, for the peace, tranquility, all that kind of stuff, we should have been selling a lot of that as well.
Well, isn't that? I heard one of the comments I heard was, the boating. You speak of peace and tranquility, the boating capital. The more we promote that, the more people are going to come in. That peace and tranquility is going to go away.
Tourists are taking all our fish.
Well, is that a legitimate concern for people? You think?
No, 15,000 plus islands on the lake, or 14,000 plus islands on Lake of the Woods. You'll always find a quiet spot. Yeah, really. And you know what? People don't even venture out past Scotty's barrier islands because they're going to get lost. So it's phenomenal. There's places on this lake that a lot of locals who travel the lake haven't been. So no, we won't get enough. And really being the boating capital of Canada, I think we are like I say, we all are that already. Lake of the Woods is renowned worldwide. So people are coming here regardless of what we do. And however, it's a good promotion, and the logo will change, and who knows what's going to happen the next year or two.
I read somewhere that people are coming from across Canada and worldwide to go to the chip truck.
That's right. I made that statement, and I said, we have 22 paintings, all across, like we try to emulate Chemainus. And the people don't talk about that. They talk about the chip truck.
Well, there are worse things to be known for. So, chip truck is fantastic. And yeah, council's coming up next Monday.
Yeah, Monday is council. We went through everything last night at council. There's nothing earth-shattering. Of course, BLT, the logo is going to be passed. The promise, the brand promise will be passed. It was gone through yesterday, and of course, budgets are coming up.
Right.
We lost our head budget person, and because of that, we have our treasurer's going to have to step forward as well as Caron Brown, who of course is our CAO, and she's going to have to step forward, being that she's a CA, which is over and above her regular duties. So it's not going to be probably passed until February, March.
Okay.
But we will be working on it, and it'll still be business as usual.
Excellent. Well, Ron, thanks very much for coming.
Oh, you're sure welcome. Good to invite you.
Absolutely.
that color.
Next week, we'll,
Oh, thank you.
next week we'll love to
What's
have
the
you on.
match?
Yeah, mustard color. That's very nice.
We're gonna go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna bring Maria on to talk about safe communities.
Kenora would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
Watch the Kenora Senior Thistles versus the Abano Lumberjacks Saturday, January 19th at 1 p.m. at the Kenora Rec Center. Tickets at the door.
For those who ride, you know snowmobiling is great fun. What you probably don't know is that drowning is one of the leading causes of snowmobiling fatalities. When it comes to riding frozen lakes and rivers, always check with locals for ice conditions and know before you go. Traveling on ice can be dangerous. Beware of pressure cracks, thin ice, and open water, and always ride with a buddy. When it comes to ice, if you don't know, don't go. Safe riders, you make snowmobiling safe.
Watch the Kenora Senior Thistles versus the Abano Lumberjacks Friday, January 18th at 7 p.m. at the Kenora Rec Center. Tickets at the door.
Welcome back, and welcome, Maria.
Thank you again for having me visit one more time.
Absolutely, you're always welcome, especially when we match.
That's right. That's right. You got to get with the program.
I didn't get the memo.
It's terrible. She's off the ball.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
okay.
We still go, right? They say that you're not supposed to match anymore. You're supposed to go, right? So we go.
That's
It's all
true.
good.
I'm completely unhip, so. What safe communities? It's that time again?
Well, you know, we've got a few things on our agenda. We've got a few things coming up that we're looking for help with. Just a little bit of an update from the perspective of Safe Communities Kenora, the Kenora Area Road Safety Committee, which deals with transportation issues. We are going to be relaunching our regular car seat clinics starting February 1st Thursday of each month between 1 and 3. The location will be the OPP detachment on the bypass.
Okay.
There'll be more information coming out, but basically when you see the info, it's going to be a call in, make an appointment, and we'll make sure that there's people there that can help you put your seat in if you need to have it looked over or checked out or whatever. So we're really proud of that. That's something we haven't done for a long time.
That's fantastic. Well, and car seats are a big issue because you know what? When my kids were small enough to get with the car seats, you kind of said, you put it in. And
there really is a knack to it. You know,
very true.
there's certain tricks that as a technician you learn about, you know, how to put the seat in, and not every seat works in every car, and you just don't want to do it wrong, right? It's far too important to make sure that it's done right. So if you have any questions, this is a great place to go, and you know, doing them regularly, we're hoping that, you know, again, we make the service a bit more widely available to the citizens of Kenora.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know, you don't take it for granted your children, and so the seat safety is very big, and especially this time of year because you know, with the snow and everything else. I mean, it's slick out. It's very slick.
And you know, and something that many people don't realize is it doesn't matter how big or how small the collision is, after any car-to-car impact, or a car to snowbank impact, or a car to building impact, that seat is no longer usable. You know,
Oh, I
it's
didn't know
like
that.
any impact, you need a new seat. So that's one little tidbit that we can pass on. Sort of in conjunction with that, something else that we're really proud of is we now have a car seat donation program ongoing through Safe Communities and CARS through the generous funding of the Kenora and Lake of the Woods Regional Community Foundation. We have some funds available to purchase car seats for those families that have exhausted every possible financial resource.
How big is the need for used car seats?
Well, it's not used. We actually purchase a new seat for them.
Okay.
And through the funding of this very generous organization, we are able to provide that seat to a family that is in need. You know, our criteria really are that, you know, we are their last resort.
Okay.
And, you know, safety is important. It's important that everybody have access to the safety equipment. I know that having a baby is a gigantic financial burden, you know, whether, you know, you have the income or whether you don't. But we know that there are some families out there that are just not able to purchase this supply for themselves. So
Well, for example, my son is growing out of his infant car seat very quickly, and it's brand new. So, would the donation clinic accept it, or?
You know what? That's a really hard question for me to answer, just because in many cases the history of the seat may be unknown. There are some health concerns, you know, about, you know, can the seat be sanitized to provide? I mean, if you had a seat that was in excellent condition and you wanted to give it to us, I'm sure we could find a use for it. But I don't want this to become a widespread, hey, I have a car seat, you know, and you know, other than that, then I need a building to, you know, store all of these, you know. You know, you'd be better off if you have a seat that's in good shape is to, you know, just put a posting up online that says you have a seat available, and you know, if you just want to give it away, you know,
pass it on.
friends,
Friends and
pass it on.
family.
Exactly. But this program is we're really excited about it, and we have a little bit of money left, so you know, that's why I'm here today.
Fantastic. Or Tracy, you just have another kid.
Yeah.
So it's very good. I mean, it's this time of year, and again, people take it for granted. So
You know,
and
I mean, if anybody out there's listening and they do want to make an application to this program, my suggestion would be to contact the Northwestern Health Unit, Healthy Babies, Healthy Children, one of the public health nurses there. They can make an appointment for you, get together with you, look at the application, and you know, they'll review the broad criteria, and if it's good to go, it's good to go, and you know, we'll be in touch.
fantastic. And this goes all along with the Share the Road.
Right, and that's our big project. Last year we did our first annual Father's Day community bike ride, and this year we're scheduled for the Saturday before Father's Day, and we're hoping to make it a day-long event. So there will be the bike ride, and we're hoping to have an activity for children, so that the bike ride can be geared more toward the teens and up. And then we're hoping to have some activities going on under the tent to sort of keep people there and have everybody stay around for cake.
Nice.
So right now we're just starting the planning for that, and we're hoping to get some assistance with developing a bike route. We're hoping to get some assistance with developing a children's activity and perhaps some demonstrations. So if there's anybody out there and they're interested in helping out, they can call me at Young Drivers of Canada, 468-9595, or email me, kenora@youngdrivers.com, and let's get this show on the road.
Absolutely.
So with the weather and everything, so any tips that we can use as drivers?
Yes, when the weather is as bad as it was on the weekend, don't drive.
Absolutely.
I pulled our instructors off the road for Friday and Saturday. I was supposed to be in Dryden on Saturday. I canceled that too. Sometimes the best decision is just not to. And we had a flash freeze, right? It was, as you were saying, over 5 degrees Thursday morning, and then it went to -8 by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, you can drive slower when it's slippery out, but then when the wind whips up and you have all that snow blowing around, there's one thing that, you can't not have. You have to be able to see. And when visibility is bad, you just don't need to be out there.
Absolutely. It's the best decision. You know what? That weather, just stay home. There's nothing that's that important that you need to go out. Just stay home.
Pull out the sweats and get the TMN on.
Absolutely.
Well, either that or Netflix or, something like that, and away you go. Or take your Christmas tree down.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maria, thanks very much for coming and sharing with us.
Not a problem. We'll keep you updated.
Absolutely, and we'll have you back lots.
Excellent. Let me know what color next time.
I will. I'll
right.
text
And let
you.
me know.
We'll coordinate, promise. So we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to bring on Mr. Hockey, Dean Caron.
Kenora would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
Watch the Kenora Senior Thistles versus the Abano Lumberjacks Saturday, January 19th at 1 p.m. at the Kenora Rec Center. Tickets at the door.
For those who ride, you know snowmobiling is great fun. What you probably don't know is that drowning is one of the leading causes of snowmobiling fatalities. When it comes to riding frozen lakes and rivers, always check with locals for ice conditions and know before you go. Traveling on ice can be dangerous. Beware of pressure cracks, thin ice, and open water, and always ride with a buddy. When it comes to ice, if you don't know, don't go. Safe riders, you make snowmobiling safe.
Watch the Kenora Senior Thistles versus the Abano Lumberjacks Friday, January 18th at 7 p.m. at the Kenora Rec Center. Tickets at the door.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Mr. Hockey, Dean Caron.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's great to be here once again.
Excellent. I'm going to apologize now if either of us get sued for calling you Mr. Hockey, because I think there's somebody else that was called Mr. Hockey at one point in time. So.
Well, I've been called worse things, so I guess that's okay. Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year to you.
So we're all gearing up. It's a big time.
Yeah.
So for 3-on-3, how are we? How are we sitting?
Well, we're doing all right, you know. For teams registering, we're about half full. Like, we're looking to get 30 teams. There's going to be 5 divisions. There's the little guys, which are novice, which are 7 and 8, and there's Adam, which are 9 and 10, and then Pee-wee's 11 and 12, Bantams 13, 14, and then the open division is 15-year-olds and older. Like last year, we even had guys in their 60s playing. So it could be old timers, it could be anything, and we're really excited about it. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about here this morning is the sponsorships.
Sure.
I want to first of all thank Shaw and CJBN for their generous platinum sponsorship of the tournament. I was hoping to be here with a nice big sign here acknowledging that, but the logo's changed, so we had to do some flipping things around, but we'll have that to you shortly.
Just so you know, we like trophies. Just
trophies?
Trophies are nice.
Okay.
Even if we don't win them, we still like them.
I should have brought the trophy today. I forgot about bringing the trophy, but again, thanks to Shaw and CGBN for your very generous sponsorship. And along with that is coming, which is really cool, and I'm so excited about. I was talking to Jack about this a couple of days ago. Is again, sounds like you're getting some technology installed in the rec center, so you can broadcast the games. The final games can be broadcast live and tape delayed, so that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Professional setting, just like on Hockey Night in Canada. And because it's here in Kenora, it's going to be better than Hockey Night in Canada.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we're going to have, there's going to be play-by-play, color commentary, player profiles, interviews, the whole works. It's going to be really cool and really special right here in Kenora.
It is fantastic stuff. I've had the privilege of watching in Sault Ste. Marie the production of the Sioux Greyhounds.
Yeah.
And as everyone knows, I'm not a huge hockey fan, but watching that hockey and watching the production that goes into it was absolutely eye-opener. I just, wow. So when we, talking to Jackson, we're going to do this, I have absolute,
Join us.
It's going to be very, very good.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
The hockey fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and in terms of the sponsorship packages, like you can either be like cash donations towards the tournament or items for that raffle. Like remember last year we had a raffle where we raised $15,000 just from the raffle alone. And just as an example, some of the things that we have already for the raffle, and we just started on getting prizes for this. Two-way saw from McDermott's, a patio set, the two-way sauce from North American Lumber. patio set from McDermott's. Dufresne's are donating a freezer. Here's where the seafood thing comes in. We were talking about during the break.
Yes.
Is that freezer is going to be filled by Big Wave Foods, Claude and Von Arsenal. Big Wave Foods are
Very
going to
nice.
fill that full of seafood and other
Oh,
meats.
nice.
So
Wow.
that's alone is going to be $500 to $700 value of meat. So that's going to be a
really
raffle
good.
prize. Garden Vine's going to deliver the freezer, so you don't have to worry about breaking your back. Hauling all that stuff to your house if you win. A new restaurant here in Kuwaitan is 905 West Side. They have $50 gift certificate. A couple different people have donated a bunch of fishing tackle.
Nice.
5 yards of topsoil for when the snow all melts and you want to do your garden and stuff.
Yep.
An Xbox 360 from Scotiabank. The topsoil's from Hugh Monroe. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff, and there's much more to come. So we're going to have well over $5,000 in prizes for the raffle. And again,
That's
the raffle
amazing.
tickets are sold by the teams in the tournament as a way of raising money. And then again, it's the teams that raise the most money get into that final game in the tournament, which will be the final games are going to be televised. So
So it's not necessarily who wins?
winning means nothing. You can have the worst team ever,
What?
and you can still win the tournament. It's about
Absolutely.
raising money. So the teams that raise the most money in each division win the tournament, and the two teams within each division raise the most money, get to the final game, which is going to be broadcast on Shaw.
That's fun. That's good.
And it's every goal you score, you have to donate X amount of dollars.
Yeah, there's like $5 a goal for every goal that's scored. Businesses can do challenges, and then the raffle tickets again bring in a bunch of money. Like the kids and the players selling raffle tickets, that goes towards their fundraising total. People coming in the door at the rinks, they're asked what team they're cheering for, and then the money goes towards their team as a voluntary donation. So it's really neat how all the money comes and different sponsors. Like yeah, it's fantastic. I'm just going to quickly, do I have time to go over the sponsorship levels?
Absolutely.
Just going to find it here, sponsorship. There we go.
You can talk until our floor manager tells you to zip it.
Okay.
Okay, continue on.
So bronze sponsorship, again, this is for, can be cash towards helping with the operating costs or just straight towards the causes, or for raffle prizes, can be cash or a prize, is 300 to 500. And then the sponsor recognition, you get like a sign, one at each rink and then one for the business. And then silver is 500 to 1,000, gold is 1,000 to 2,000. Platinum, like for example, that's what Shaw and CJBN have done, is 2,000 and up. And then you get, again, there's going to be the three signs, one for each rink, one for the business, then there'll be a huge banner, it'll be bigger than this table, that's going to go behind the bench at the rec center, you know, acknowledging the sponsorship. And of course, on the media, when the tournament's over, I'll probably be back here again to the other media outlets, thanking everybody for their generous support, which we certainly greatly appreciate.
Well, you're always welcome back. I have another fundraising thing, because we're talking about off break. I think that maybe what you should do is have people buy a squid. So
There we
they
go.
Throw on the ice.
Yeah.
$5 a squid, and just have like an ice cream cart that just goes around. Somebody gives you $5, you just throw a
Oh,
squid.
it's just going to smell in
I'm
there.
There we go.
fascinated. I'm just, we talked about it. I know it's a sidetrack, but I'm fascinated by the entire squid on the ice thing. So,
Well, who knows, Claude may be able to throw a squid into that freezer for the prize.
Oh,
and,
I think it's an octopus, though.
yeah, either or.
Same difference.
Same difference.
A creature with a bunch of eggs, it's pretty, or a bunch of legs, it's pretty ugly, yeah.
Yeah, it's so true.
Now, when is the tournament?
The tournament is going to be April 18th to 21st. It's going to be taking place at the Recreation Center in the Kuwaitan Arena.
Yep.
And again, we're expecting, last year we had 30 teams. And I should mention the causes. This is really important too.
Yeah.
So the causes are going to be, it's 75% for the hospital, like it's Hospice Proximal Foundation.
Yep.
10% to the Canadian Cancer Society. 15% to the City of Kenora to twin the rec center. So we can have another ice surface. We can't
Wow.
make this tournament any bigger unless we have more ice surfaces.
Well, that is fantastic.
80 games in all.
Holy jeez. So, I mean, and hopefully by April, I mean, the weather's still going to stick. Hopefully we'll still have some decent weather, because the next couple of days are going to be very cold. It's a terrible segue, but I got the signal, do the weather. I'm like, okay. Minus 18 today, for everyone to know. Tomorrow, going to get a little colder, minus 25. Thursday, minus 27. Friday into the weekend, minus 23. So it is a nice time maybe to get out and sharpen those skates and do a little playing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you follow hockey much now?
Oh yeah, we follow it. Our family's really into it. Like both my kids play AA hockey, so every weekend we're going somewhere. Like both kids are in Manitoba League, so we're very busy. Can I offer one little quick thank you
Absolutely.
here before I forget again?
Yep.
I want to thank my committee. I got some wonderful people on my committee for the tournament. Jess Rowe, Jess Vigneely, Asanta Doosan, Dave Amet, Tina Mass, Stephanie Bellick, Rory McMillan, Claude Arsenal, and Adam Pringle.
Excellent.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Also, this morning after the show, eat something and go down to TA and donate blood. It's the last day of their blood donor clinic. And yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Dean,
this-
Cut her off. I'm getting the signal again. You get the eye. Dean, thanks very much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have you on again, absolutely before the event.
Great, thank you very much.
Well, everyone, thanks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow for tomorrow's show.
Have a good day.